Hey everybody, it's Daytora, and hey look, I've got some Drakensang finally back here. I'm on the test server, because I heard from somebody I used to play with that they finally added another class. Well, to tell you everybody the truth, I'm kind of shocked that they added this class. It looks like a pretty cool class, honestly. I mean, I looked at the skills, I gave a quick overview. I won't go into details of all the skills, but it's a range class, you know. It has a lot of support skills. So to me, it's sort of similar to a ranger, but it's more like a support range class. You know what I'm saying? It's not a pure damage class. It seems more support. Probably really good in team PvP. Has a lot of support skills. You know, sentry guns. It can do it can do melee. It can transform into an iron dwarf for 15 seconds. But I'm really shocked that that Big Point decided to add this class. Like I said, I quit this game. It's August, September. It's been well over. It's been actually a year and 3 months now, I believe, since I left Drakensang on my ranger on Daytora on the Yagathon server, and I've heard that there was a lot of changes that people didn't like. There was a lot more stuff added that cost a lot of money, that made the game a lot more pay to win, like gems and other things. And I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why I left Drakensang. I left Drakensang because they had added the crafting system to the game with the gems. So I'm like, okay, cool. Finally, some people can, you know, they don't have to buy polished gems. They can craft the polished gems, and the free-to-play and the pay-to-play can kind of be on the same level. Well, of course, what they did was they added even better gems that people who went and spent a lot of money on can overpower the people who didn't spend a lot of money or didn't spend money at all. Well, some people's argument was, well, the gems are really expensive. Nobody's going to spend that money. Well, I can counter to that because at that time I know a bunch of people on my server who went and spent a bunch of money and had really OP tunes. And the reason I quit was because people that were spending a lot of money on gems and spending money on red essence all the time in PvP were just crushing everybody. So when the game started to go pay to win back then, I quit. Now, don't take offense at anybody who might still play the game. I heard now that the game's even worse when it comes to pay to win. That there's a lot of stuff that people that pay can't get, or it's really hard, or they just crush everybody in PvP. So I'll probably never go back to Drakensang Online strictly for that reason, because from what I heard from people, it's really pay to win. And from what I can see, there's a lot of other big YouTubers, big names in Drakensang that also quit. So it wasn't just me that kind of got fed up. I can see a lot of other people that do Drakensang videos have quit. So anyway, back on the subject real quick, I just wanted to touch up. Like I said, I wanted to hop in the test server and see what was going on here, and I still do not know why they added this class. To me, this is an awesome class. It's really cool, all these skills, but to me this would have been a good 5th class. Why did they not add another melee class? You poor dragon warriors. I feel so bad for you. To balance the game, to make the game cohere for game balance, there really needed to be another melee class in this game. And this was, like I said, all the way back then, over a year and 2 months ago. I was even talked on the forums. There was talk about the 4th class was going to be, and everyone was saying we needed a melee class. And everybody leaned it had to be, what would be a good melee class? Well, the Dragon Warriors was the tanky class, so you would need a DPS class, which would be like a rogue kind of assassin, kind of stealthy kind of class. Probably using 2 swords or 2 daggers, like dual wield, you know, and would be sort of squishy, but would hit for a lot of damage. That would have been a perfect balance to the game. You would have 2 melee and 2 range classes. Again, I think, you know, Big Point, at least you're doing stuff to the game. I applaud you guys for adding stuff. I see that, you know, you guys are, you know, you've added a lot of stuff to this game, which is great. I'm glad you guys are keeping up on it. When I used to play, you guys were always good with support tickets, with adding stuff, so there was never a problem in that department. But I really feel that, I think, in my opinion, from playing MMOs and from, you know, I haven't been around, but from when I was playing the game back then, I really feel this was a bad choice for your 4th class. This should have been another melee class, pure melee class, as your 4th class. This would have been a great 5th class addition. That's just my quick review, guys. You know, I'm not going to be doing any actual Drakensang footage of playing the game. I'm sorry. Like I said, you can watch my other videos right now. I'm tied up in a game, another beta game called City of Steam. I've been spending a lot of time there. And yes, in that game I'm playing a warder, which is like a dragon knight in Drakensang. It's a melee class, so I'm no longer a ranger. I'm a melee class in that. And again, in that game, there's There's only one melee class, which they also really need to add another melee class in that game. But yeah, so I'm on the other end of the stick in that game. I'm playing melee, fighting the range guys. Alright, well, this was just my quick review, and if you guys have any comments, feel free to post them. Like I said, I think the class is really cool. It's a really cool range support class, but I still strongly feel that this would have been a good 5th class. That the game really needed as a 4th class was another melee, like a DPS melee class, like a rogue or a thief or something along those lines. Alright, this is Daytora, and I'll catch yous all later.